What's up, y'all? Big Red here, coming at you another Fallout 76 zone video on the channel. Hope everybody out there is thriving or surviving in the wasteland. Hope you're having a good weekend. Get right into it. This is going to be a video for Carnivore versus Herbivore. So thank you for all my subscribers, everybody tuning in and watching. Carnivore is so much easier to get the buffs. There's really no farming necessary, and you can run with a max AP build and have really good damage buffs and AP buffs, and they come right at your camp at very little effort from you. So it is a very easy play style, plus the carry weight that it comes with. You're just going to be, you miss a little bit of crit damage and a little bit of AP regen, but we're going to settle it once and for all. I've done it before in the past with the Enclave Flamer, but we're going to do it with the Gatlin Plasma against those snaky poo. We're going to use a bloodied Gatlin Plasma. We got crit damage on it, 50% crit damage and minus 25% action point cost. We do got it modded with the pinpointers, get that extra 50% damage when targeting enemies' limbs, and it's a multiplicative bonus, and it is the best 4-star damage bonus it really is, in my opinion. We also got the calibrated capacitor, give us an extra 100% crit damage, which is the way to go if you're going to play in VATS. We got the stinging core, giving us extra armor penetration. We got the reflex sight, minus helping with the AP cost. AP cost is 13, very manageable. Accelerated nozzles, we get the faster fire rate, even though we don't have faster fire rate. So fire rate's 114. That's what you would have if you had a faster fire rate. Yeah, when I tested these, the crit damage got slightly outperformed by faster fire rate, but I'm on a public server on a team, but I'm solo just to benefit stranger numbers, to kind of really get a view for when you're playing Carnivore versus Herbivore, all the benefits you'll get with each one. And so I wouldn't want to go with the faster fire rate with the accelerated nozzle, because probably going to be missing VATS criticals, because fire rate would be too high, too many people on the server. But to be safe, I think it's good to go with the accelerated nozzle with the crit damage. Over in the build, I won't go over in detail. We got basic heavy gunner VATS build, blocker, lock and load, all our heavy gunners for damage, concentrate fire at 1, get those eye critical shots to the snake, life giver, thirst quencher, bullet shield, of course, you got to have that. Cola nut is the difference in this build, because I don't have anything. I don't got +2 luck, and I don't got limit breakers on there. So this is the old school way of doing it. You do cola nut with happy go lucky and party boy, and you'll get your luck to be over 33, even if you don't have that much luck. But it boosts up pretty good amount. That's the way we used to have to do it. Radical, of course, carry weight, lead belly. We'll spam a little bit of coffee. Tenderizer for damage. Got stranger numbers because I am on a team, even though I'm solo. We got nerd rage for damage resist, and also a little bit of AP regen. Stabilize, of course, for armor penetration, and better criticals, of course, for extra crit damage, and bloody mess for extra damage. Critical savvy and poorly clover working together. Ponky duds for poison resist and 5 specials. And we got, I'll just say that. What did I just take off? Blocker. Out of those 5 specials, though, legendary agility is added to our 15 agility. So it gives us a base of 20 instead of just being 15. So that's why if you try to count, there's 5 missing, because I got it's invested into agility to give us a higher base. We have a higher AP. AP 655 right now. Once we pop a hard lemonade, it'll be right at 700, a few points off, but it'll be close enough to call it good. We got I don't got no consumables as far as damage. I don't got no bobblehead. I don't got no magazine going, because I want to try to get it more of a real world application. Being a Herbivore versus Carnivore, the benefits you're giving me on team when those benefits are multiplied with stranger number, versus me being solo. So this will be what you'll get. serums, canceling, really carry weight, canceling some of the negative effects, but more carry weight than anything. Scaly Skin is helping our AP by canceling it out. Life Giver gives us 162 to our HP, Thirst Quencher 111 to our max AP. We got Company Tea for AP regen. Sweet Mushroom Tea gives us plus 50 crit damage. That's the big difference. The Company Tea is only giving us 10% versus the 20 as a Herbivore. The Sweet Mushroom Tea is only giving us 50 versus if we were on a team, it'd be 125 as a Herbivore. So those two are really the big difference there. There are some more, you can boost your AP up a little bit higher as a Carnivore because your buff is plus 8 endurance, and I think with as a Herbivore you can use your soybean soup will give you 5 endurance, so you can get more endurance. It also boosts up your AP by Thirst Quencher. The cooked soft shell meat gives us plus 50 or AP. You can kind of match that as a Herbivore with the steep infused supplier tea. When you're on a team, it'll give you 5 to your AP. The Squirrel Stick gives us 8 to our agility, which that is more than what you can get. The Steep Melon Blossom Chai would only be like 5 to your agility, so we're getting an extra from that, and from our max AP, extra 130 versus if we're on a Herbivore, it'd be only like 100. So that's an extra 30 that we're able to boost at being a Carnivore. So that is one advantage for Carnivore. You can see there's a lot of good buffs for Carnivore that we got going, but not really affecting our fight. We got Adrenaline, Bare Bones, Carnivore, Chameleon, Eagle Eyes, aka Electric Charge, Herbitality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, Speed Demon, Unstable, Isotope. We had a full set of Overeaters, Vulcan Power Armor with scanners and with Through Hiker and with plus 2 agility on all our armor pieces. I do recommend having the plus 2 Through Hikers because it frees up 5 on your special loadout, and especially if you're going to play with Nuka-Cola Dark, you really need that extra 5 to be able to make room in your loadout. So, but yeah, we're going to test the scanners out with the full set plus 2 agility, almost having enough. Make sure we're reloaded. Almost having 700 AP. Get our Endanger on. See how much Nuka-Cola Dark. Now we're at 695. Let's make sure our coffee's ready. It won't take much coffee. What's up, Snaky Poo? Got him. It's got 10 cans. Say hello, Snaky Poo. Alright, so our criticals 2138, 22 maybe on some. 21, 31, 38 seems like a pretty consistent number. Pretty consistent number there, 21, 38. We're doing really good as far as staying locked in with the scanners on. No, I did spam coffee on my second go around. I don't think we're going to need to. Like, scanners are doing a good job. Scanners is kicking in with very similar to what it does whenever we have on the Enclave flame reveals. AP got high enough that it really seemed like I didn't have to spam coffee a second time, so I could probably go do this build without coffee. Not really sure. But it's kind of like the Enclave Flamer builds I've done with max AP. if you can get it to lock in, it just stays locked in and stays. It's almost like you're spamming coffee, but you're not. You just see AP moving, but it stays pretty consistent, like you're spamming coffee. But all right, so 2169. That wasn't bad. Wasn't my best run as far as time, but we're here to compare the two against as a herbivore. So all right, let's clip in. I'm gonna come back and do another run and clip it in, and let's see. All right, here we go. As a herbivore, same weapon, same mods on it, same build, nothing different. No pull, no fast one. Funky duds, 5 specials, same power armor, overeaters with Vulcan with +2 agility, through hackers and scanners on all the pieces. And the buffs, they don't got no bobbleheads, they don't got no magazine. We're on a team, so we are benefiting from stranger numbers, but I want the test to be like a real application of playing on adventure mode on a team with other people. So you can make your choice. And if you already know your choice, then that's cool. I mean, it's just going to validate whatever play style you like to play. But like I said, Carnivore is definitely easier to farm. There are pluses and minuses in each. We got serums canceling negative effects. Life Giver giving us 144, so we're a little bit off. It was like 162-ish on the as a Carnivore, so we're a little off on that one. Off on Thirst Quencher is like 111 as a Carnivore. We're at 103 as a Herbivore. And we got Company Tea and Sweet Mupper Tea. That's a big difference. For Herbivore, you're benefiting from Company Tea by 15%. You got 25 versus 10. As a Carnivore, Sweet Mupper Tea, for stranger numbers and being on a team, we're benefiting 75% more crit damage. Those are the two major pluses for Herbivore. The infused superflower tea gets a max AP plus 50. Our soft shell crab meat gives us 50 right there too. So those are kind of even. The steep melon blossom chai only gives us 5-star agility, which gives us an extra 50, which is good. But the squirrel and the stick, and there's another crab meat that gives you +8 to your agility when you have stranger numbers you're on a team. So that's definitely a 3 difference there, which every point in agility is a 10 to your max AP, so that's 30 to our max AP, and that's a difference. 623 versus 655, so that is where the difference comes in. It's like 33 difference to our max AP. That's a plus for the Carnivore. Sweetwater Special Blends giving us 15 to our perception. We use a stingray soup on the stew, for the Carnivore, and it gives us 8 to our perception. So our perception is higher as a Herbivore. It's 24 in power armor, which is really good. Agility is 3 less, it's 41. Endurance is 3 less, it's 23. We had 26 as a Carnivore. So like I said, there are pluses and minuses each. Still being suits adding 5 to our endurance when we get 8 whenever we're a Carnivore, and we're using either the aged Murloc Queen steak or we're using the dog meat steak. Either one of those give you 8 to your endurance when you're on a team. All the rest of the buffs are kind of equal out, besides carry weight, of course. You get more as a Carnivore. We got Adrenaline, Bird Bones, Chameleon, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Leslie Charge, Herbivore, Heart Vitality, Marsupial, Split Skin, Speed Demon, and Unstable Isotope for our. So we are a Herbivore. And now let's just get right to it. Reload. Let's take in a danger roll. Make sure our coffee's ready. Coffee's ready. Let's do a Nuka-Cola Dark, Overdrive, Hard Lemonade. We are 42 and 24. So we got plenty on perception. Let's get a few coffee. Let's see what we're getting here. 23, 27, so we're getting quite a bit more. We're getting quite a bit more on our crit damage, but let's see that. Almost messed that up. I'm gonna spam any coffee. We're just gonna roll with it. Almost got him. 20. Reload. Reload. And we got him. I say it's my best run, but this is more, like I said, this is for a comparison. This ain't, I'm trying to get my best run. Cool. Sawbone. Alright. See, we was getting a little bit more damage with the herbivore, but in the grand scheme of it, how far off is it really? Let's see. Alright, here we go. Obviously, herbivore on top, carnivore on bottom. Herbivore starts off pretty good jump. I think it's staggered. Carnivore kind of catches up a little bit. Time-wise, herbivore had 114, carnivore was 117. Remember, that's no bobbleheads. I mean, I have got a 50-second time, so that's not, like I said, not my best time, but we're just comparing the overall damage, playing on a team with no extra buffs. And it is pretty comparative. It's like 3-second difference, but I think overall, I mean, herbivore was getting anywhere between, some of them were 200 to 150, depends on where I was at. And, you know, closer the head gets down, the more damage you're going to give either one of them. But we were getting them pretty consistent. And we had some 23, 27s, and we had some 22, 84s on the herbivore. Carnivore had a 2139 pretty consistently. I think I said 38 when I was testing it, but so it's 150 to 200 difference, and that starts to add up over the overall fight to be about a 3-second difference. But it's kind of potato. You know, is it worth the extra grind to get the herbivore buffs versus how easy it is to get the carnivore buffs that are right at your camp and train station? I mean, it's so easy to get those. Let me know your thoughts. Let's clip in real quick and show you how easy they're to get. Right, let's just jump a couple times and just show you. Like a carnivore, you know, you got your Murloc steamer, so we got our cooked soft shell meat. We get this, our max AP plus 50. We get Murloc jerky, which adds to our damage resist, and you get our carry weight, whether you're herbivore or carnivore. If you take a serum for herbivore, obviously. And then you come over to your Dad's Claw. If you ain't got it, you get Dad's Claw steak, which adds to your strength. Very easy buff to get, adding to for your melee. And then you go to Yasmin or Grandma. I have Yasmin going right now. Go buy some recipes, food, and the cranberry meatball grinder, Death's Claw Wellington. That's adding to our melee, adding your carry weight, your strength. That's adding to your HP. In the soup, there's a herbivore buff that you can farm from her, so you can farm those. Tasty Squirrel Stew gives us to our XP as a carnivore. The Murloc steamer is what really makes a big super difference. Let's get ourselves into Nerd Rage, like fast travel. Alright, let's go to the White Springs Refuge and see what they got at the cafeteria to add to our buffs, food buffs. And come right up the stairs and just turn to your left. I know you vets already know how to play, so I don't have to watch this part. More for newer players. Sit down and wait. And they'll bring you a menu out. Cooked soft shell meat. And again, that's adding to our max AP. We're on a team, it'd be 50, it's 40 right there. Ragdad stew, energy resistance, very good buff. Your tasty meat dish that you get for your for melee, easily accessible from here too. And you can get also some good, decent herbivore buffs like the steep melon blossom chai. You know, you can get that from here too. Or you can also get sweet buffalo tea and the thistle tea, which is crit damage. But cranberry meatball grinder, death claw Wellington, you get all that stuff from here. But let me jump. I ain't gonna not come back, and we'll look at it again. All right, we server hopped, and here we are back at the White Springs cafeteria inside the refuge. Let's see what they got this time. Oh, let's see. We got some more cooked soft shell meat, which adds to our max AP. Easy. Cranberry meatball grinder, great buff, adding to your max HP, which gives you more hit points. So definitely take that. More health. Poacher angler adds to your max HP. Definitely a good buff. The Ragdad stew adds to energy resistance as a carnivore. Definitely a good buff. And here is a herbivore buff, the steep melon blossom chai. You always see me using. You can get it sometimes from here. Stock it up. So that's what I like to do. I'll play carnivore for a while, and I'll stock up on herbivore buffs, and then I'll switch back over and run herbivore, and then I'll stack up on carnivore buffs until I always just got a stockpile on one of my mules that I don't really have to farm too much. I mean, a couple runs back, couple server hops, and you can stock up on some things. It don't take super long. Let's see what Yasmin has cooked up for us this time. It's not a bad buff. It gives you a bunch of different little things. Your soap bean puree, great herbivore buff for damage resistance. Squirrel on a stick. You see me using that. That's adding to our agility. It gives us 8 on our agility. Definitely a good buff. Great XP buff for a carnivore. Cooking some more cooked soft shell meat. And that's what makes a difference. Having this Murloc steamer and a Deathclaw and having Yasmin there, you can get, especially as a carnivore, you get all your buffs so easy. And you mostly time can get squirrel on a stick from a train station pretty regularly. Like I say, it lasts an hour. You go a couple train stations, you're good on that buff for a while. Let's see. There we go. Squirrel on a stick. Even got some Deathclaw steak. If you don't got Deathclaw Wellington, great food. Strength buff for melee and carry weight booster. So yeah, all in all, it's really depends on what you want when it comes down to your play style, because there's pretty equal buffs for each side, but you do get more, like I said, with the max AP with carnivore and with carry weight, but you do get more AP regen and you get more crit damage with the herbivore. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're playing on a team, does it really matter? Because you got 3 or 4 other people shooting at the boss, and all together collectively. No solo 3 seconds. That is kind of a big deal, but most people don't play solo. We gotta do stuff for the challenge of it solo, but most of us a lot of us play in adventure mode a lot. So, really, Carnivore is a really valid choice, in my opinion. I mean, with the pros and the cons. But let me know what you like. Do you like running Carnivore because it's easier, and if you don't got time and you don't got to farm nothing really, everything's right there at your fingertips? Or are you kind of old school where we got, it's some people might be like, oh, you can't run Carnivore if you're running a crypt build. Very canon to the mechanics of the game, but the game's changed. I mean, it's like I've always used heavy guns and VATS, but now it's like really easy to use heavy gun and VATS. It's like you don't even have to have Nuka-Cola Dark anymore. You could have there's so many different options with the game. That game's really opened up as far as that aspect is concerned, but it does feel like it's pushed us to a certain couple weapons when it comes to the last event that they've added with the raids and the last boss, what weapons you can really use, but it's opened up a whole different way to get there. So that is I like that. So let me know what y'all thoughts are. Are you a herbivore or carnivore? And with all that being said, this is Big Red. Hope y'all thrive and survive, and I'll see y'all in the next one.